Beep. I know that there anything
How do you mean?
particularly known?
Oh, well, we have the only island on a lake in Europe. Well, one of the only.
That sounds like a lie. Never ever.
No, what? No,
We don't have the only
there's a
island.
church on the island.
Yeah,
on the
I
lake.
believe. But that's not the only island that is inside of a lake.
Okay, not the only island, but the only island with a church and a castle
Okay,
overlooking
right. I mean, that still sounds like a scam to me.
Hey man, Blade ain't a scam. It's called Blade Lake, Lake Blade. So when you're coming over to Slovenia, you're definitely gonna visit and see that.
Can you swim in it?
Yes, you can. It's actually really lovely to swim. It's not as you know, it's not. It's a little bit of a cold lake, but it's very enjoyable, very nice.
Good that we got that out of the way.
Anything remotely Slovenian? Did you dare say that?
Relax. We got over. We got this.
All is well. Well,
the only thing that I'm not so sure about is if you're ever going to see me again over the course of this. I can alternatively provide you a picture, if that's what you want to see.
Ooh, imagine that. I mean, I hope I see you. Come on, man. You make it sound so gloomy and doomy. You make it sound like we're never gonna see you again. It's like, oh, this is my last broadcast, folks, and then I'm out.
No. I mean, it
yeah,
is
I know
just,
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Technical difficulty that I cannot cope with. We're gonna find out.
We'll resolve it as we go.
Exactly.
Yeah. No rush. No hurry.
No, if it's gonna be no rush, we're gonna find that out right now.
Are we?
Well, we are.
Starting 4v5 knife?
No. I think we're gonna
Surely not.
We're gonna have a little bit of a pause probably coming in.
I would presume there should be a bit of a technical pause, albeit the knife is... No, there's 5 of them. The HUD is... Okay. Yeah, never mind. It's just the HUD that kind of messed with our brains a little.
Yeah,
we got bamboozled, yeah.
That's no problem.
I got bamboozled. Yeah, that's
Don't worry.
That's always a problem. Tendency to get bamboozled is high. But we are back. We are going to be seeing the knife here, and well, Syman will be winning it. Fair enough.
1-0 it is, and well, that's obviously a big lie. Don't worry.
By the way, thankfully have support coming out from loyal fans and Slovenians alike. Well, not technically Slovenians, but we have a beer fountain. So if you want to drink beer, we have a legit beer fountain where you come up with a glass and you fill up your beer. So there you have it. I think that's even more important.
Well, I can tell you, we're going back to us. We're going back to us for a little second. Don't be surprised due to a little technical difficulty. Don't worry about that too much. Well, there you still see the same facial expression of me. I've never changed. I can speak without opening my mouth, if you didn't notice. It's not a fault on my end. It's a fault on your brain end.
Yeah, the brain doesn't recognize the...
Don't worry too much about it.
Hey man, some might think Germans are stuck up.
Yeah.
You should change that expression.
Don't worry, I will once in a while, maybe if I'm feeling like it. In the meantime, we are just very much ready and waiting for things to start. As we hear, we're back. Game pause should be live anytime soon. You see there's one of the players on the left-hand side below, and on the right-hand side there's a little technical difficulty that should have us going, and here we are. Finally. Mazzy, Aura, Adam, Zero, and Rusty over on the GamerLegion side, now trying to do their best against the opponent that has picked this. 5 seconds for start. Syman versus GamerLegion is going live, and this banger match is going to be just massive.
Indeed it will, as we do have the pistol round with GamerLegion having a few smokes and even a Molotov at the ready. Do they execute A? It does look like the classic 3-2 split. 3 guys with the bomb included go through connector contact, whilst 2 players are waiting patiently in stairway T side to then execute towards fountain and start their take to be as faster as possible. But look at the position of Syman. They've already infiltrated deep into playgrounds. They've already infiltrated into party. Now there's a spot on Mo, so at least they know he's there. Nailin patiently waiting behind the corner, and the check by Norbert comes at the right time, just as he's flashed as well. Zero helping out with that moment as GamerLegion lose control, and they lose sight of what is right behind them as Nailin takes out one. Norbert, Mo, oof, what a painful round right now for GamerLegion.
Yeah, absolutely painful. 0. Got no chance. Syman stand their ground over there towards the fountain / playground. They definitely take the ground that belongs to them. And this is going to be a bit problematic then in the after situation, especially if Syman has a good bit of money to invest right now. They come in with the right dollar bills. I think if I remember correctly, there was a Face It game where somebody asked Mo, what did he do with his major money? He said he buy a house. I think especially as he lives in Kazakhstan, as I imagine. A very reasonable investment. Reasonable choice of money.
Long-term investment, man. If you buy some real estate, it's always good because it's gonna last. So it's not a bad investment at all. By the way, I just want to point out GamerLegion's pistol tack. So their pistol take usually is a little bit different, and that happens with it being a faster take. Basically, you put 3 players in connector, you rush up connector towards A, and you concur and go together on towards A toilets with the 2 players from party. Instead, this time, they allowed control to Syman to be relinquished immediately, and we can see the force buy. Likewise, a bit of a slow approach that doesn't really work out as they're already being flanked as the end is nigh. This is going to be 2-0 and a great start for Syman, I gotta say. By the way, did Mo shave off a few years and change his hairstyle and in general his looks? Because it looks like it's a different Mo than I used to know.
You're mixing up. That's definitely Mo.
Fair
That
enough.
is Mo. Are you mixing it up with Edren?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Well,
Yeah.
What was the lineup? Doja, Edren, Mo, Hobbit, and who's the fifth?
Oh, wait. You've just asked me a question I should know the answer to, and the
Yeah, I'm
answer will be pretty clear. Was it... No, Zeus wasn't... yeah,
Zeus. Zeus.
Yeah,
Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah,
Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus. It was Zeus, right. Yeah.
Right. It's weird to remember that he was in that team. Really weird to consider he was in that team. But you're right. I didn't think about it.
Well...
Either way, it seems like that seems to be an absolutely brutal fashion. Syman is taking down GamerLegion with ease in that round. Hurts to watch. Absolutely hurts to watch at that point in time.
Not much they could have done, unfortunately, against the MP9 of Mo and being contested that close range. It does kind of put into perspective how quickly things can go wrong. But GamerLegion, here's the full buy, here's the AKs, the utility. No AWP this time around, and I can't blame them for that, but Mo will be wielding one of his own. And the question now to be answered, or at least on everybody's hands, is, well, can that happen? Indeed it does. Mo already tagged out Rusty. Great start as he opens up with a second as well on Norbert.
All that was mandatory in this. So
It really was.
It was really very much mandatory. And as you see for now, their attack shifts over to A long, which could potentially work quite well. Adam taking a lot of ground. Funny that it has an EU flag. Lad's a European now, whatever that is supposed to mean. And in the meantime, Syman not taking any ground. This is the interesting part. They are very intimidated, obviously, because they have lost 2 players. But this could be the problem of GamerLegion. If they take this very slow last-second explosion, that could become difficult. As I say it, chaos falls.
Cadeo Opens up at least for one. Nalen's gonna hold the line, but he's already on edge with the Molotov burning away at him. Still finding himself a kill is a great beginner. Can they make it a second meal, a second course? Well, Nalen can. Still, though, losing Cadeo should be a problem because from this point forward, it's a 1-on-2 that he needs to absolutely clutch in order for them to have even a rebuy possible. No, actually, no. Actually, they should have a rebuy. Yeah, they have a rebuy. Never mind. I thought they had a little bit less in the bank. One thing, yeah, good spot. Adam has a European flag. Interesting. Yeah, maybe he lives somewhere in Europe now, you know, England or not England.
Yeah, but what is Europe, brother?
Well, I mean, yeah, Europe, technically, the continent in general, yeah, but in the European Union, apologies. To put it into correct terms.
I was like, wait a second. No, you're right, You most likely are. As you mostly are, right?
Oh, come on.
Taking a look at what's happening. Keep your compliments. Keep your compliments, Older. For now, let's take a quick little look at what is happening on the Syman side of things. As they nearly line up, gained a good bit of info, but that's not enough for now. Rusty is losing a good bit of life. Same goes for Era, so it might have paid off to some degree.
The interesting point was that Norbert, he called out for the flash. He called out that support should be coming in, and they flashed perfectly into connector. But GamerLegion were expecting exactly that. They smoked doors, and then they waited behind the corner. They had an anti-flash held. And as soon as it popped, they peeked out both at the same time. That's why we would see Norbert fail in that double. And the only thing that was required there, if the flash hit only the one guy, Norbert would probably get away with a free kill and potentially a second frag to duel then straight up. Instead, having to peek against two, you really put yourself on edge. Syman, though, they're not out of this one just yet. Cadeo holding close towards Monster. His angle is very much deadly. If they push through the smoke, they're going to be as good as gone. The smoke about to start dissipating, though, and his angle is a problematic one, though he's still able to be taking a bit of a damaging position, finding at least one.
Yeah, and as we're seeing right here, with 3 seconds left on the clock, not much to gather. Nice frack, but that's not it. Syman, big casualties on their side. Economically speaking, not in the best position. Overall, though, finding good success with this. As we're seeing, a 4-1 will leave Mezzi and his crew in a very uncomfortable spot. Surely they can buy up, but it's far away from ideal, especially if they crumble this round.
Oh, absolutely. It's a long way from a comfortable position. It's not the end of the road. At least they started off early enough to bring Syman down to bear and to force them to have this weird economical stance where they're obviously buying in, but they have barely anything to afford to play with. And we can see GamerLegion, they've got a lot of map control currently. Both short B, both Monster almost overtaken. There's a good chance this could go well for GamerLegion if only they get rid of the player in Monster. That is the vital component to the defense of Syman. Cadeo, if he gets snuffed out, then there's a free entry onto the B site. Even though there's two players on site itself, it is Cadeo that is kind of the cohesive unit to keep it all together. And GamerLegion realized that a minute or so on the clock as they slow down and now take a bit of a defensive stance perhaps to try and see where it leads them to. Oh,
that's brilliant.
Oh boy.
That's going to cost them. And as they will definitely try now to counter wallbang. No, Mezzi not doing it, not giving away his position.
Yeah.
It could be a vital point. As though, you know, GamerLegion, what they do is continuously waste time and time and time. Waste is maybe the wrong word, but you know, that's becoming very difficult at that point.
The thing is, GamerLegion seem to be a little bit afraid, and the more fear they allow, the more they allow fear to control their actions, the less chance they'll have of success, especially against a team like Syman. Pop flash into Monster, crossing over, second flash, this time burning out the eyes of Zero as he does get the return. It's not enough. Nailing through barrels. problematic spot to be in general, but Mezzi will reply. We talked about this, mad lad, and he's certainly able to pull off at least 2, make it 3, and down to a 1-on-1 the last second as Norbert comes flying. A close call, but unfortunately not close enough. That is going to be another round to Syman.
Yeah, it's another round to Syman. It must break their heart.
That was close, really close.
Yeah. I hate to see it. I really hate to see that. It's not fun. It's not that easy. GamerLegion really have to fight their way back into it. We had so many one-sided matches previous to that. And Handsome Zero getting closer and closer to the B side. Right and left opponents await him, but he's not taking the danger. He's not taking the risk. While Norbert might have a quite good read on this. He could get the players rotating out. This could be his route. Nope. Adam gets in the meantime. This is a free M4, but a good bit of information for the side of Syman, as they know where the majority of the players have been pushed out from.
I have a theory currently building in my head, and I'll explain it in a moment, but...
Yeah, do that.
Syman, they need to take control of... Yeah, I was just about to say B short, and they do so exactly. With that now secured, they can rotate all 3 players on towards A and leave only the one man on B. That's going to be Naylan. And this setup is pretty good. And to get to the theory, well, we'll explore those depths in a second. Let's see how first this force buy, or somewhat of a force buy, mini buy, let's say, works out for GL.
Gotta be a fairly good job they're doing at this point in time. As it gets a little bit problematic from them. The MP9 proving its weakness. They most likely won't stand a chance. And this means it's time to hear what over. Well, we send it over to the desk. What do you got to say?
My theory is Syman is getting a bit complacent. With the way Norbert was positioned in toilets, you could see that he was single-handedly trying to hold on to both connector and party stairway position towards fountain. And it left them very vulnerable. Syman not really putting too much effort into trying to hold it together. If you're playing alone on A, there's a very good rule of thumb you have to usually apply to, and that's anytime you find yourself in a position where you don't have a teammate backing you up, you need to be in a spot where you can then safely return and evacuate the said position without being taken out. Otherwise, that opens up a venue of attack that might not be able, or that might not be stopped once it begins. And GamerLegion, they almost had an entry where Norbert dying would have secured them the A site if they were fast enough to realize that, you know, being alone in toilets and all. So, again, we can see Syman is getting complacent with their performance in a way. Allowing for such things to happen is
That's
just
a big
worrisome.
problem.
Yeah.
6-1, Adam dying, and monster attack being imminent. Kate can dodge, and goes down water, as Rusty and Nealon don't know even where to shoot at. It's a matter of time until one of them dies, and that's gonna be Rusty. And the Saint Mezzi starts to strike, less likely gonna fall. 7-1. It's not working out at all, is it?
No, it's not. It's a bit of a surprise. They continuously also push on towards B when instead they have so many other options to work with. I really like the fact that we could see GamerLegion first off starting to approach the A site through Fountain, and then because of the Molotov from Norbert, they halted in their approach and they had to go for a different style. And again, we see this B push coming out. It's a mini buy. I like that they're putting a lot of pressure towards Monster and short B. Yet they are facing a very harsh defense, and I wouldn't want to test them or give them too much confidence this early on, especially not when you're down 7-1, right? You want to make sure your opponent is fretting a bit more than they are currently, because, well, the answer is they're not really fretting at all.
Yeah, they're not fretting at all. And as you say that, skate the dice, the pistols might just overrun them on site. Mezzi has tried to take a little bit of an upgrade with this.
Good
The
pop
flashbangs, they don't work in any direction, really. As though Chaos can prevail, he still has a bit of a problem and takes the low ground position, which couldn't become problematic as left, right, and center's players can arrive. Finds Adam, though, in the meantime. And 109 points of health are not too much left. Make it known.
It was extremely important Chaos survived in water. We could see that the flash from Mo did blind him, as you said. It didn't really work only one way. It kind of went both ways there. GamerLegion, after getting the successful drop on Chaos, they couldn't get rid of course, on Cadeo, they couldn't get rid of Chaos. And unfortunately, they couldn't really pass on to the site unopposed. And yeah, you could tell that the idea was good. You know, I like the way they went about their execution with the pistols through Monster, flashing over, having the smokes deploy on site to try and kind of counter the early challenge. Yet they are not getting anywhere with that. And it's not the first time as well. It's going to be the timeout called, and let's see what the tactical has brought out for them. What's the decision here? How do they approach this next set of rounds, which now they have to start desperately somehow clawing or biting at them to try and get some success going.
You hate to see it, do you? Norbert heading into the position of Fountain, taking a lot of room right now. Quite sure he not has been too detected. Now it definitely is. That's dope. Nope. He has not been found initially, yet Rusty knows how to punish him. 4 versus 4 with 120 left on the clock. On a good bit of ground that Syman has towards A. Still Chaos in a very interesting spot, hiding behind that rock. If he would be stuck behind a rock in a hard place, it's a different story for now.
And one of the reasons why we see Syman play that aggressive is because so far GamerLegion haven't given them a reason to not to. They haven't really been able to stop the aggression. And look at Chaos. Look at the balls on this guy. He literally pushes on forward without any shadow of doubt, without any sort of self-doubt whatsoever. Drops 2 of them, the bomb included. And by the time the rest of the team gets in place to try and retake the position, or at least the bomb, it's already far too late. He's out of there. He doesn't need to re-engage. I mean, okay, he runs around. He's like, yeah, we're gonna play this little game of yours if you want to. Adam burning alive, and oh my lord, the pop flash as well. The timing here, Syman are well versed right now, set up like no other. Chaos single-handedly took them out. That's it. And Norbert tried to be the same with Mo's aggression earlier on. He did get flushed away, but Chaos then takes the advantage and once again proves that GamerLegion perhaps a little bit too lost in space right now.
A lot of space. I love it. That's could be a Tom Hanks movie.
Lost in Space, Tom Hanks. I'd watch it if there was a Wilson.
Brother.
Space Wilson. That has a special tone to it.
It does. It does. I'm a little, let's say, interested to see if there's any fight back. Surely Syman's pick. Remember what we had in the previous matchup, if you recall, and I think you do recall.
Oh, yeah.
Is this once more going to be a one-sided affair, swapping back and forth until the third map, where it's going to be a big Kinder surprise? I'm not quite sure about it. In the meantime, GamerLegion fairly aggressive over long. Mo going to hit his initial shot, does so, and if he's surviving anymore, that's a different question. Those pistols are fast. We know about it. Oh, he can't escape. And he got his teammate just right behind him. That is well played by him. And another frag secured. That just hurts.
Yeah, it shows to tell that Syman are truly prepared to play overpass, and they are well versed on the map itself, as we said, as the statistics do not lie in that essence. They might not have the best win ratio, but at 60 maps in, 50% is pretty damn decent. Adam at least able to bring down Norbert. So when we draw the line, there's a tiny bit to go on. Mo missing his opportunity. The damage is quite severe as it is, as I think there's no need to point out the fact that, well, GamerLegion one stray bullet and they're almost all gone. I didn't expect it. We both said that we would hope, well, that we are kind of expecting this to be a bit more neck to neck, a bit closer in contention, and unfortunately we're getting the exact opposite yet again, as Syman shows no sign of stopping, nor otherwise. I hate to say this, but they look even better than Aves on map 2. Or, excuse me, on map 3. In this case, Train. They look better than they did back there. Bit of a hiccup, and finally GamerLegion perhaps finding success where it was most unlikely to happen. Let's find out if that's the case, though. Oh, they're again going to go through monster, through the smoke even, and Kadeo, even blinded, gets himself one, a 3v2. This is not an impossible odds position for Syman, especially if it's Nayland to defend it, and yes, he is.
As for now, Nealon, waiting behind it, takes Mezzi down. The op just behind him. 8 seconds, doesn't play on time, and that's the punishment. GamerLegion with the second round. And that's wonderful.
It is. It comes in close again, comes in clutch. 1v1 that could have gone very wrong. Mezzi already, if we recall, if we draw back a few rounds ago, well, quite a few actually now, where he had the one-on-one, pulled off almost a hat trick to win the round with. Unfortunately, in this case, for Syman, they'll be the ones on the L side, but they're not going to be worth it by that yet. They have the double up back in, well, the first time in action. And look at the setup they're running towards A. A very interesting decision. Both ops actually on B, and Norbert with a bit of a passive display towards toilets. Again, it's logical though. You know, they've been playing so aggressive. GamerLegion are expecting that aggression right now, and because of that, they're wasting time in approaching the round slowly, steadily, making sure they check all corners and just go about this as safe as humanly possible. And I respect that from GamerLegion. They know what's at stake. They cannot allow this round to be lost. That much is clear.
Well, with GamerLegion winning a round, get major sacrifices. The interesting part is you see on Syman's economy how much damage they cost them overall. That's a pivotal part to it. There's Nealon, over to Cole. Gotta do something about it. Brilliant flash on one frag. The rest was just too ready for that.
Good returns, by the way. Era going to be able to make sure that this round is still in their hands, at least somewhat, as the push on. They might find more purchase if they get one more frag.
Got a kit in the smoke. Capable he is. Both hiding back and bank. And he made a big bunch of noise there. Could try to go for it. It's one to the left-hand side behind squad, but not it. Was close, but not it. And that cost them a good bunch of time.
Close call, as you said. Not going to be the rotten egg this time around. 3 rounds. GamerLegion, they somewhat succeed in picking up, you know, let's say a commendable amount to begin with. Let's see if 10-5 is something they'll be aiming for, or was it all a dream? Was it all just a hopeful ending that unfortunately gets destroyed by the reality that is very grim dark.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
If it's going to be that grimdark, we're going to find out for sure. I guess that's secondary for now. And all the silence around the battlefield is always the most worrying part, is it? Early in the round, doesn't necessarily need to tell us anything of the story yet, but the dedication of GamerLegion is clear. And, you know, winning the rounds, it's great and all, but they obviously have a problem of continuously finding a big upper hand in this, which results in the economy they have. Rusty already over in short, and the monster players are not that certain yet.
The problem here is that GamerLegion already kind of revealed their hand with this small little pick through short. Just the fact that somebody's there puts Syman on extra attention. Pop flash just not blinding Nealon. Now, it's not like it would have helped immensely since he didn't get challenged almost 2 seconds later to as Kadeo gets one, a 2v2 ensues. Now Norbert on a Deagle, not exactly the best weapon to be had. The Galil, a lot of damage dealt. The pop flash, now Norbert comes out swinging.
So nasty. It's unbelievable. And Mezzi, he's usually the hero of the GamerLegion side, takes an elevated position where he tries to take out the Heaven player anytime soon, but to his left inside, somebody awaits him as well. Norbert is close around to smoke, but Mo punishes him. And there it goes. Nothing else in the 11th round. That's paying off.
The home run hit by Norbert is what really cemented the round in its essence, and the pop flash kind of coincides perfectly with that, of course, the timing. And I gotta point out, man, Syman have been on point with their pop flashes, especially Mo. His support as an opper and now, and obviously continuously throwing flashbangs has been absolutely immaculate. And I gotta say, just because of his flashbangs, I can guarantee at least 2 or 3 rounds had been won single-handedly by afterwards due to that flash succeeding. And he has been the instrumental part here for the victory of Syman, no matter how one might want to spin it. GamerLegion. This truly is starting to swing out of control. They need to hit a home run here if they want to at least have a chance of some sort of potential comeback.
Some sort of chance. I mean, that's a good point. As there, Mo denies Adams access first of all. Norbert could swing wider, but no, he's in danger. At least for one, arrow is taken out. Another one comes in from Chaos. And this is so dramatic right now for Legion. As the forces from Rome, well, I mean, they got to have their spare, but they have to fight against real weapons. And it's again Mezzi trying to make this 1 versus 2 work. As from the backside, the awareness of the Sprit is wonderful. He reads it so well. He knows that you're coming out of there, and you have somewhat of a chance. It would have been brilliant. He had the awareness. That makes me really happy to see.
Yeah.
That's not enough in the end.
Unfortunately, missing his mark and uncrouching just as the challenge is presented will, of course, be the own doing. And 12-3, the first half ends abysmally for GamerLegion. I can only say that they better win this pistol. It's as simple as that. And, you know, Dean likes to put a lot of precedence on the pistol, and I kind of still do if it's a result like this. Truly, they have to win it. End of story. Losing a pistol would most likely secure this map.
Who cannot be a fan of Dean? Is the question.
Hey man, everybody's a fan of Dean.
Exactly, everybody should be a fan of Dean. In the meantime, Syman, looking to see where they end up with this. (12-3) with a high likelihood to be a 13-3 in case Syman can connect on the performances they had. Era taking a good bit of ground here on Toilets, as both know about each other. And there's a good bunch of players now going for Europe. Norbert takes him out. And the A side is about to be attacked.
Here it comes. Smoke on towards Optimus. No, actually towards Stairway. Apologies. And this will allow for a safe crossing onto site without being obstructed by anybody from Stairways. Norbert! I guess that's it. That's going to be the second pistol as well. Syman, 2 pistols, a 12-3 half. Kicking off this second one with a 13 to make up. An excellent beginning, and Neil is just jiggling him. And this is the new CS style that you have to unfortunately go by. If you want to have a chance of winning a duel like that, you have to jiggle yourself. If you stand in one position, you have such a disadvantage. You really don't even stand a chance at all. But a force buy. Are you even surprised? I'm not.
I mean, should I be surprised?
Nah.
I doubt it.
Nah. I guess it was more of a how to say rhetorical question. Yeah.
And with that being said, dear over, the money advantage is there. The weapon advantage obviously very present. Era taking the first major dink, and ouch, kneeling out is a great start to the defense of GamerLegion. As first he tries to jump peek, but can't find anything for that.
Okay.
That's a little dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They leave themselves wide open like that, and you know, we usually can say that this is due to overconfidence, to players being too single-minded and hoping that they'll be able to close out the round by their own hands. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that at its core, but you do leave a great deal of doubt in your own mind if you do that too much. So hopefully this is just the one round we'll be seeing. Of course, in this case, Syman play this foolishly, one could dare say.
Well, foolishly you say, foolishly you're right. Big mistakes coming in from Syman, where they most definitely don't want to gift any more weapons. An AK and a scout has been brought through. And so, I'm not quite sure how you feel about this, but I'm fairly worried that Syman could throw this one away.
Well, we'll find out if that is the case. Syman, their comeback is not entirely dependent on themselves per se. GamerLegion, we kind of did point out their performance, their quality is not really in question. It's more about their consistency, perhaps, that can be doubted. And just like Level Up, they have the talent, they have the skill. Can they utilize it, though? Can they bring it out fast enough before Syman get to that 15th and potentially 16th point? We'll find out soon, as we have a rebuy. No doubt there. Syman, 3 AKs, 2 deagles. No surprise at thing to anybody. And let's find out if it goes well. Yeah, again.
Yeah, that's the question. Will it go well? You always have the worrying aspects.
I know. I tend to have that mindset.
Well, as you say, it's funny story to come back at that. 4 versus 4, and we might have the deja vu of GamerLegion, how they played against their opponent in the previous round, where the pistols worked out quite well. Syman might just do the same. 3 AKs are still more than enough to make that work. Technically speaking, more rifles than on an opponent's side. And look how fairly unfortified the A side is. Does Chaos abuse that?
Maybe. I mean, he is approaching. Oh, not sure if he was spotted or not. I'm fairly certain he was not spotted at all. And the jump is a dead giveaway that there's somebody there. Oh, he spots the second player as well as Chaos takes down both. And your prediction comes through as if you've written it down. So tell me, Zesh, do you have a script going on right now?
No, no.
That was beautiful.
No script. All real game. This no fake leak.
For some reason, I am starting to disbelieve you.
Till this day, I'll be honest with you. Till this day, I'm really asking myself how many people must be into the scripting thing.
Oh God,
to actually think that, you know?
It's such a.
How many people?
I refuse to believe that the majority believes in that, because it would then say that the majority of our viewers are stupid, which I don't believe to be true.
I don't believe that to be true either.
Like, there's obviously a lot of people who can believe in that, who maybe believe in that or did at one point, but yeah. Wait, what?
You got bamboozled, brother. We got bamboozled in our conversation.
Oh my God! Oh, Syman,
that happens when you suddenly have a point. And Syman, they failed to do so. Can take a look at that again here from Chaos. A brilliant job he has done. But all of that was not worth it. As we were talking over the very crucial parts of our life, suddenly GamerLegion take that round.
Wow.
Well, this is on us. This was a horrible mistake. But not from anyone else than us. And saying so, hopefully Syman realizes that this was not the brightest move to do.
My face is right now very similar to yours when it froze on the stream.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh my, I am a little bit, I feel dirty just being here because of that. Oh
we got bamboozled. We got to accept that. We got bamboozled.
Yeah,
That's still not the end of the story.
Yeah.
Norbert and Co. are definitely trying to strike right now on the side of B, at least for some of the individuals. The bomb left back in spawn, so if you want to make a move, it's either take the bomb and go over A, where your teammates are taken, or just kill everybody that comes in your sight. And I think it seems like the second option they're trying to go for could fail miserably, but they got control over it for now.
Oh, Rusty here, the drop into water, unfortunately, just as he turns, the flank from Monster succeeds, and Mezzi left alone can't handle the mess at hand. And yeah, that one last round for GamerLegion might have given them a round to kind of cheer upon, but unfortunately losing this one here is their ultimate undoing, as they get economically absolutely devastated. It wouldn't be the first time to win a force buy for them, but it also might be their last chance in general, as failure is almost, in this case, unacceptable, excuse me. GamerLegion. Yes, sir. That works. That works like a charm.
That works like a charm. You say it, and there you have it. It's dramatic how it works in that sense.
Really?
Mezzi trying to get as much long information as possible, as you see how many players are trying to rotate already over an A, and that might be brilliant.
It quite is. If they're able to stand their ground, and if they're able to put themselves in between the AKs and the fire ring pins, there is chance for success. Let's find out if that's the case indeed. Mezzi and Zero damaged quite heavily, and I believe there was a spot on short by Cadeo. So he has an idea there's a player somewhere around toilets, and yep, he's being hunted by Norbert. Zero, though, takes out Mo. That's not the end of the line yet. I spoke too soon.
You spoke too soon, my brother.
Yeah. God damn it. Always this happens to me.
That's what you get, brother. I mean, yeah. You got bamboozled there a good little bit, but that's fine. Don't worry too much about it. It's not a big of a deal.
Well, I can only say I hope and I pray that GamerLegion have a little bit of that panache, a little bit of that energy left in them, especially Era with the scout here. If he's able to find at least a few tag-ons, the pistols might have an easier time finishing the job, but yet gets killed, and that's not really an equal investment return.
Oh, there it goes. Ah, Rusty nearly finding that. Nearly finding his death point. That was the way I wanted to say it. We might have a 16-5 coming our way. If that is the case, we'll find out this round. I mean, the stars aligned pretty much for Syman to make this an easy win. As the CTs are rotating upwards. And I'm in a dangerous position to push through. And you know what? I think he will say, yeah, let's do it. As though Rusty falls. Adam Stiegel. I'm just waiting for that to be the crucial tool to success. As they definitely deny the rotator. Maybe he's going to fall. Zero ain't.
As you said, the crucial fact being the Deagles needing to connect, as well as the fact that Mezzi had to have had success if they wanted to have any sort of chance. Unfortunately, as soon as he died, we already know where this boat was headed to. Yep. 16-5.
Well, and that 16-5 is going to lead us in a quick commercial break. Map number 2 coming up next, so you shouldn't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Initialize booting. These are your targets. You must find, capture and contain them until extraction vehicle arrives. Witnesses are irrelevant. Leave them unharmed if you can. End of a transmission. system online.